Welcome everyone to Gran Turismo. It's a Monday, a rare Monday stream. Usually I don't stream on Mondays, but what else am I gonna do? Thought I would hop on here. I very briefly considered doing this on my alt account, but we're gonna be brave about it. We're gonna do this on our main account. But we're at the Red Bull Ring and race B, and as you can see, it is Lancerific on the leaderboard. Look at all those Lancers. It's a car I don't really drive a lot, so we are in the Lancer for the first time. Hopefully you guys can hear me. In my last video, the audio was awful. I didn't really know until afterwards. I need to check it. Sorry, so the text off. Let's check it this time. Can I hear myself now? Can I hear myself now? It's fine on the phone. I feel like when I went and looked at it on the computer and on my TV last time, couldn't hear anything. So we'll see how it goes. Our DR, why is my little preview box so giant? Nope. And why is my little chat box not really working either? My OBS is all whacked out. Okay. We'll go with that. How's that look? Okay. We're still in A. We lost a lot. We were like a sliver away at the start of last week, and the last stream was just so bad. The races were bad. If we dip below halfway, I'll switch over to my alt account. Quit. Hopefully we get a decent start here, and we can have an okay race. I figure it was also pretty good because the next season of iRacing doesn't start till late tonight, tomorrow. So this is a good time to hop on some GT. I swear, I don't know what they did to the GT3 cars, even like this and the WRX that are like all-wheel drive, are so slidey. Even in third gear, look at that. The back end just wants to go around no matter what you do. Every GT3 car is like that. I really think they broke GT3 cars in this game. Back at the beginning of the year, when they did that update. Can't get going. You can't just hammer it right there. You gotta baby the thing through there, because the back end's gonna go flying around. I take off in third? Back into the 131s right at the very end. It's almost better to stay in second, upshifting in third. Gets the back ender. Take off in second, you get wheel spin. Take a pick. What do you want? That's right, race. That whole racing thing that we do. All right. Oh man, we're starting last. Jeez. I thought my qualifying time would be a little bit better than that. Well, geezers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 A pluses in here. Goodness. All right, see how this goes. We might need to just switch to the alt for entertainment purposes. Guys, wait for this guy's service penalty. He looks like he's, gosh man, the racing. I know it's been bad lately, but it's been really bad. What's this guy doing? What are you doing, man? I don't know if I can play this game anymore. Practically put on the brakes in front of me pause, like it should get out of the way. If it knows, like it has to, if it can drive, it should know when there's someone behind you or you're holding somebody up. Get out of the way. It literally just parked right on the racing line and went slow. Yeah, until I know I have pace, I'm going to have to switch to my account. I'm just doing damage, more damage to my main. I didn't even see a ghost. Is he like so far off in the grass I couldn't even see him? I mean, I don't mind getting elbows out and driving around like this. Hey, Barry, how's it going? If I'm on my old account, I'll have fun with it. On my main account, I get really frustrated. So, until we know we can qualify in the top, like, 5 and avoid all of this, I just need to switch. I don't really want to spend the whole night qualifying. I just want to get some races in. Hey, Isaac. Thanks for liking. Hopefully your guys' Monday's going well. I'm breaking my rule. Usually I don't do any actual races on Monday. Just work on qualifying, but I don't know. Really wanted to get some races in. Oh, 2 off, 3 off. Two up here. I tell you what, man. I'd think, if I didn't know any better, I'd swear I'm in like a C lobby. I can't believe how this, the last few weeks how this game's gone. Yeah, I haven't really used it too much, mainly because I can't use it in Gran Turismo. It's mainly just for iRacing. So I haven't really used it too much. But I did get it fixed and mounted more securely, and I moved it a little bit closer to me. I don't think you can see it. So I'm excited to run a race when I do it. In a few weeks is the Chicago Street Race. I'll definitely be using it then. This week, it's at the NASCAR's at Iowa. I don't think we'll be downshifting there. Could be wrong. We'll see. I really like it though. It's really satisfying. And I got it all in a much better position. I also found out that the buttons on it, those 2 buttons, are really whatever you want it to be. They're literally just 2 extra buttons that you can map to whatever, so it's pretty cool. It's like a little mini button box on it. I think right now I have it mapped to my brake bias. One dials it up, one dials it down. So that's cool. Gotta be careful here. This guy was getting really racy with the guy that was in front of him before. Look at him. Jeez, Pete's. What has happened to this game? I know I was gone for a little bit. Was I just like so deep into it before that I didn't recognize it? Is this bad? I know it's been a while since I've been back in A. I was in A+ for maybe about 2 or 3 months. But I do not remember it being this bad before. And we're like fringe top half of it. There's 6 A+ drivers in this lobby. I think the problem is I just gotta get my pace back so I can qualify higher up. I have to deal with it. That's the thing. For a while there, I was always having good qualifyings, so I was never really further back than like 7th. I don't know if we got enough space to pick up a second, or half a second. I think we're too far back. Could get our penalty though. It seems to really struggle with this back part here. Alright. Picked up an 11th from a last place start. I think we had pace actually. We just gotta get our qualifying time better. Up 5 spots. We'll just hang. We'll stay. I'm not gonna switch to my alt. This will force me to get faster. I say that until the next time I actually get up a little closer to those guys and they're all hitting me around. Yeah, let's switch it. I don't feel like getting pissed off tonight. I'm rage quitting and stuff, so let's just give ourselves a little leeway. Hey, can you guys hear it? You hear my shifter there? Still so the shifter itself is secure, but the plate that it's attached to kind of moves a little bit. I don't know. See how it does once we actually get going. Is my audio okay out there? You guys watching? I watched my last video that I streamed on Saturday. Audio was terrible. The shift. That's how you know it's doing its job. Just be happy I'm not using it in this game with all the amount of shifting I do. So here's my alt account. We barely are just in A, so we'll work on building this up a little bit. Well, we learn learn some of the details. Just have a nice, fun Monday. It's just Monday. Let's just have a nice, chill Monday. You know. Oh yeah. Damn, force feedback feels way stiffer on this my auto account than it does on my main account. That's weird. That's weird. I don't wear my gloves. Where am I running this at? Try that. I don't even remember what my other one's on. It's one area where I have, yeah, why is my... I don't know what's up with my mic. I guess I'll just crank it. Like, the meters on OBS show like it's loud, but check. Is this like not plugged in right? Check. That's weird. Like the dial on the actual mic isn't doing much of anything. I'm just gonna crank it. We'll see how that goes. Oh, you're fine. How was golf? Okay. I think it's, I don't know, maybe a little better. I need to get a longer cable so I can move it a little closer. Maybe let's move a little closer to me, but my cable gets stretched. There we go. We'll try that. Let's see if that's better. One other thing I could do is just turn the game volume down. I'll try that. There you go. Thank you. Oh, jeez. I gotta make sure I don't like turn my head and stuff and talk into the void too. Hard time making that turn. Oh, I don't want to have mine. That's where I let off to fix my volume. This might be a better lap than on my other account. What do I have? A 131.2 on my other account? I'm kind of trending right towards that right now. Ooh, lost a little bit right there at the very end. I got a little bit of wheel spin. That is a better time. So we're already learning. And I messed this up pretty bad on the last lap. I can get some more time here. Yeah, look at that. I can almost get a 10th right there. Well over a 10th. So that gets us maybe into the 130s. That would be nice. Dang, we're still way down there. I've lost so much pace in this game. I feel like this is about the same lobby we would have been in on the other account. Still 5A plus drivers in here. No, my other account is a 131.1 or 131.2, and now this one's a 131.1. But I haven't gotten to the 130s yet. I think we can. Just gotta put some time into it. I've also never really driven this Lancer, so just getting the hang of it. I ended up putting a pretty good time in Saturday at Interlagos. It's just I couldn't get a clean race to save my life. Everybody checked up. Did you see that smoke up there? I think that... Usually you don't break at the 100 on the first lap. There was smoke and everybody checked up. Here comes somebody diving. And force me wide and I'll get a penalty now. It shouldn't give you a penalty when someone literally forces you wide. He totally forced me wide. Oh, it's actually not going to give me a penalty. Color me shocked. What are these guys doing? Jeez, oh Pete's. Yep, glad I switched to my alt account. Look at this. What has this game turned into, man? It's like Forza now. That guy was all over me. 3 straight turns, he was on me. I usually don't like when people just complain all the time about the state of the game and all these other things, like, but it is really bad right now. He got hit me again right there. It didn't really hurt me though. It kind of helped me get through the turn. Like I said, I've seen this a lot in like BC lobbies. I've never seen it like this in A plus A lobbies. I feel like people just there's not enough deterrent not to do it. Even especially like in race B where you get multiple races in an hour, it's not a big deal for people to just ruin their race because they might not even get a penalty. You watch after this race, most of these guys will end up gaining SRs somehow. It makes no sense. And there's no report system. So there's just not enough deterrent for people to race cleanly. Appealing to their sense of motorsport isn't going to work. Those two up there, they're determined to take each other out. This GTR is going to dive on me if he gets the chance. You can feel it. Just can't get the power down. You can see the... For a car that like built its reputation on rally, it's not very maneuverable. Oh, went a little wide there. Too far past the brake zone. I gotta stop a little. I gotta get on it a little bit before the 100. I went past the 100. Let's put this GTR right in spot to make a dive. Botched that turn too. This has been a bad lap. Did a little better there. Got a little bit of separation. Here these two go again up here. Ooh, GTR tried to make a move and got squirrely. We just gotta get up a little closer. We can take advantage of whatever's gonna happen between these two. That felt good. That felt smooth. See what happens here with these guys with this penalty. Man, how'd he get such a run on me in that last lap there? Took the defensive line, made him go around the outside. Thankfully he didn't dive. Anyway. Tell you what, these two in front of me have been very entertaining to watch, though. Are they going to penalize him for that? For running wide? No, they didn't. Well, another 11th. We did finish ahead of 2A plus drivers, though. We might actually gain DR in that. I was trying. All right, let's see if we can get into the 130s. We're close. Maybe we should be able to. Whoops, I gotta go rent. Do I have enough money to buy it? 'Cause this is annoying doing this every time. I do. Maybe we'll do it next time. I want to try to get into the 130s. I guess so you can see my other time. 131.211. We got a 131.171. I honestly think one of the bigger things is just getting the power down at the right time without getting all that kind of wheel spin. Didn't do great there. I'm already falling way behind. Barry in with his second account. Ooh, Ooh, that was good. That was maybe the best I've hit that line. I felt like I was right on it. I was right in that groove. You can see the groove there. We'll know here in a second when we come around. Sometimes it feels smooth because it's slow. Ooh, that might be a penalty. Oh, look at that. Dang, man. Would you look at that? That lap did not feel like a 130. 138. Low 8. That was a full like 0.3 faster. Jeez. It's funny when just running the race sometimes can help do. For real. Well, you're always hoping that you raise your floor. If we can do a 138 in the qualifying, maybe now we can do at least like low 131s in the race or something, as opposed to 132s. Just keep. I do need to turn off my personal best. It doesn't really do me any good when I'm following a pro driver. It's gonna be close. I tried to cheat it too much at the end. That was my fault. I was like really close to a new time. I thought maybe I could just cheat it a little bit instead of just doing what I was doing. We gained a lot of time right here this last lap. And not so much this time. I couldn't get the power down. You could hear the wheels spinning. Sorry, like a rogue hair or something. It was. It's weird. Got like a big knock in my wheel. Did you see that? Oh, I gotta get this big ugly bumper out of my way. It like hurts me. It's right there in my face. Yeah. Couldn't see the apex because the big stupid thing. Let's retry. Ooh, that felt good. Felt like it. He's still pulling away, but I felt like I carried a decent amount of speed through there. Tried to do the little extra wide. Yeah. Well, the thing too is I don't have the offset set. So every time it resets right smack dab in front of me. Not like 0.2 ahead like I usually like to do. But easy fix. Now it's gone. Let's try to go a little bit wide here. Too wide. Ah, it's going to be a penalty. Let's see what we would have done, though. It wouldn't have been better anyway. All right, let's see where that extra 3/10 puts us. Still in the back, no matter what we do. Is everybody just also improving their times at the same pace we're improving ours? Still starting 14th. Man. Just not fast enough. So to rely on, this isn't really, it's hard to pass here, so you kind of really need to qualify well. We'll see if we can take advantage of some carnage. I say it's hard to pass here without diving. If you're willing to dive, you can pass here quite a few places. Yep, I blame the car. The same car that the entire first list of top drivers are all using. Clearly the meta car. I blame it. Part of me does want to just throw on the 911 real quick and see what happens. Although I'm not great in that car anymore either. I know I've said this a billion times, but I'm just not good in GT3s anymore. Jeez. That felt like an early break. We don't have to brake at the 100 on the opening lap. We're not even up to speed yet. Smoke again. Yeah, that's just a straight. It's not even trying. That wasn't even like a sportsmanly, like, gentleman nudge. That was just straight. Used me to stop. I'm going to get a penalty there. Trying to get him back. And none of them get a penalty. I'm the one that gets a penalty out of all that. And then he took out the Subaru. Like, if I didn't know any better, I think that I would tell you that that's like a low B, C driver. But apparently that dude's an A. I guess this game's just been out long enough now that people have just been able to maybe even kind of cheese their way up to a higher rating. Man, that guy's going to be right on me now. Went for this penalty. Oh, what happened to him? He dropped back. Ah, I did it again. What am I doing? I'd be right up there with those next group of guys if I'd quit getting penalties. That's probably a good 2.5 seconds in the last 2 laps I've lost. You can kind of cheat it a little bit, because you can brake a little later here if you do get a penalty. Although that might be why I got one last time, because I tried to do that. Alright, let's go. 3 more laps. Oh man, it was wide. Oh, wicked. Got spun and somebody up there with him. Oh, jeez. Guys, I really hate when people pause to... I got... He pauses to send an angry message. His car goes to like quarter speed. I hit him, and I get a 3-second penalty. Stupid. Yeah, if you pause, your car should ghost. Like, he was not anywhere near race pace, just putting along. It's 2 straight races. I've had to say the same thing. Like, when the AI takes over, when you pause, it should get out of the way if it knows cars are around. I'm going to lose 3 or 4 spots here to all those guys. I wasn't even part of it because he wanted to send an angry message. 3 seconds, too. I clipped him. Not even like I annihilated him. Ah, now I got a penalty there, too. It's hard to make that turn. Your tires are cold from serving the penalty. It just breeds penalties nonstop. It's hard to make that turn after you serve a penalty because you're like, you get on the gas and right into that brake zone. It's so easy to go wide. This guy's terrible. Gotta keep letting off. Jeez. Right back where we started. After all that, we ended up finishing where we started. That was annoying. Can't type. Or spell. That's not how you spell pausing. I mean, that's really ridiculous. How does, like, the game doesn't know to ghost the car there. Let's go check it out. And I came up on him awfully fast, like so fast that I couldn't move out of the way. And then did you give a 3-second penalty on it? Seemed a little harsh too. When did that happen? Maybe I should just follow. Okay, so it was. Here it is. Okay, let's go back a little further. I'm guessing he gets kind of bottlenecked. Now he's mad, so he's gonna pull back onto the racing line and hit pause. Like, look at what he does there going into this braking zone. What am I supposed to do with that? And even that, I didn't even knock him, like, off course. I get a 3-second penalty for that. Jeez. Backdoor qualifying. Wait, what am I doing? Ah, dang it. Screw it. Yep, get in there. I like this one. It's pretty. Wish I made it easier to load it onto yours, Don. We go all the way to here. So you just do it from the collection screen. Yeah, I mean, it seems like obviously it knows because once you pause, like the AI automatically goes slower. Like it's not going at race pace. So it knows that it needs the throttle down. Why does it also not know, hey, there's other cars around me, so I should either ghost or speed up or just move to the side? I don't know. The easiest solution is as soon as you hit pause, you ghost. The only thing I can think of is they know people would abuse it. Because then if people are like going into turn one, they would just hit pause real quick or something to ghost. Or, I don't know. Somebody would try to hack it. So I'm sure the answer they would give is probably because someone would abuse it. But as soon as you hit pause, it should ghost and throttle down to whatever pace speed it is doing. And that's it. If you're so angry that you're willing to end your race essentially to send an angry message, then I just feel so unsettled coming through there. Like, I don't feel like I can get on the gas. I think that's the most glaringly obvious spot where I could really make up a bunch of time is if I can get through there faster. Here, I mean, I lose a little bit of time, but nothing near as bad as that first kink there, that first turn. And the rest of the lap, I'm pretty okay. I like to think I usually do pretty good here. I'm usually able to make some passes here. This I'm getting better at. Missed the apex a little bit there. But that first turn, it seems to be where I think where I'm losing the most time. Hey, another 4 cheese. It's another 4/10. A little under. We were what, 808 or something? Those blind first laps when I don't even know what my sector times are. We're crushing it today. Man, the car couldn't figure out what I was going to do there. I was gaining time, losing time, gaining time, losing time. Oh, shoot. If I had $1 every time that's happened to me. Hey! We're in the top 10. All right. Sixth is P Steve. So we're P Steve plus 1. There you go. All right, we'll see right now, though, if we're in the middle of the muck or if we're ahead of it or what. 7th is like right on the fringe. Usually I want to be top 6 to feel confident that I'm not going to... Oh, before I got kicked down? Gotcha. Yep. Yeah, I was you gotta wait till that last little bit. There's always somebody that loads in late and kicks you down one. All right, let's try to stay in the top 10. Or just stay out of trouble. That would be nice. Let's also try not to wreck everybody in the first turn. I feel like we've been doing that a lot lately. Here. We're going to make it for the first turn. And we got screwed out of that. But we benefited there. Okay. What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? That Rohan guy is nuts. What are you doing? Oh, that was a hell of a block. Mega block. And they blocked me again. Come on. That is a testament of how just crap this game is right now. Those two guys, jeez, oh Pete's. They're both in the wrong. You got one trying to murder the other, and then you got the dude blocking like crazy. If you're not willing to just murder people, you're just like, you got no shot right now in this game. Alright, I need to get up there and get these 2 spots. Man, what were we in, 3rd or 4th there? And how are those guys still alive? Well, there's one of them, the Rohan guy. That guy is the worst. Holy crap. This is insane. It is everybody. This is nuts. There's nowhere to escape. I got up to like 3rd, and it was still just... This guy in his Porsche is all over me. This is quite possibly, like, mark it down. This may be the worst lobby I've ever been in. I went wide. I was anticipating he was going to lunge on me, and it made me go wide. That was a completely legal pass. I may be the first market down. That may be the only legal pass in this entire race right there. Set up on the inside, outbroke him, 100% legal. I may be the only one in this. I should win by default because I'm the only one that did a legal pass. Bravo. I mean, everybody give yourselves a round of applause. This may be the most trash lobby I've ever been a part of, from top to bottom. Congrats, everyone. You did it. The only person safe was the person in first. That was it. Anybody else was... Oh, there you go. Someone else got... He dumped that guy. Rohan dumped that guy. And there's no reporting system. No one can do a damn thing about that guy up there who has literally ruined just about everybody's race by now. Some multiple times. He got me twice. I feel like I need to clip this and just post it separately as just the dirtiest race I've ever been in. Man, I can't get that. Why is the car just sails? I'm not braking enough? I did it again. It's like the brakes aren't. That's 3 straight turns I just sailed like straight past. Mash on him there. We kind of put in some good turns there. Can we? I don't know if it's going to be enough, though, to hold this spot. I was still there, man. Didn't clear me on my penalty, man. I was still on the inside. Jeez. What a clown show. That was nuts. We gotta save that replay. That guy ended up third, who was blocking like crazy. Like triple blocking. He left. I still was in the inside. He thought he would clear me on the penalty, but I was still there, and then he turned down into me. I mean, luck don't have anything to do with it when 80% of the lobby are just straight yeeting their cars into each other. Let's look at that. And here comes the worst offender of them all. That was a fair pass. I didn't touch that guy there. Him. I don't think I did anything to him for him to say that. That's, and now these two. That wasn't me. Maybe he thought that was me. That wasn't me. Here's the first block. Watch this block. Whatever, I'll give him that. That's one, but then he's going to do about 3 more. So he sets up on the inside. Now he's going to come back outside. That wasn't even the Rohan. I figured that was the Rohan guy. That was something completely new. Jeez, just threw himself right in there. All right, let's go to the end where that guy got mad at me and took me out. Not here yet. That's a totally fair pass. I didn't dive. Got alongside you. Okay, here it is. Serve my penalty. I stay alongside. Right alongside. You don't leave me any space. And he just loses his goal. I mean, it wasn't even close. I'm well alongside him. Here's the start of the turn. And I'm, you know, I'm right there. We're right there next to each other. I'm right on my inside tires are right on the curb. Oh, man. What has happened to the game I love? How can I get this? It's like sometimes the brakes don't register as much. A little late on the brakes there. I got to brake before that white line. There's Rohan. Giving y'all a heads up, man. Oh, we dropped to an A? Jeez. How did we drop to an A? Like, this should tell you how... I know we've gotten into some bumps with people, and we've gotten into some stuff, but there are other people out there just straight chucking it against everybody. We... I don't know. It's ridiculous. That the guy was deliberately driving around, just knocking people out of the way. And I'm pretty sure it looked like at the end of the race, he had a positive safety rating gain. Like, what are we doing? I'm sure I took a good chunk of safety rating when I got that 3-second penalty for running into a paused car. He's going to send it on me in here. Told you. He's like a Kimi Villacini wannabe. So pretty much he let me pass and then took me out. That's what happened. Oh, you missed it. I called out that Rohan guy in the pre-race chat. I started right behind him. He let me pass him and then took me out in the turn one. No, he just is a troll. There are people who are like really good at driving dirty in this game. Some of them even like have YouTube channels, and that's like their whole gimmick is they know how to drive and cause other people to get penalties. They know how to get the bumper in the right spot to knock people out without getting penalties and without losing SR. It's just like literally their skill is driving dirty. I just told everybody to watch out for him in the pre-race chat. And I started right behind him, and he pretty much like let off the gas, so I overtook him like right at the start of the race. And then at the top of the hill, he spun me. And he'll do it every time. Because he knows he gets a rise out of people. It's literally just a troll. And there's nothing I can do. Can't report him. You can't like have like a blacklist of people that you don't want to be in lobbies with. That would be nice. I guess that would be too hard, I guess, to do splits though. That won't work. I mean, because that's what he wants. He would love nothing more than that. The only thing that would really get anything through to them is literally a ban or a partial ban or something, some sort of... But there's no way to do that in the current system. Dude... He leaves. It's just, the one thing is how sustained it is right now. I mean, every once in a while you get like a wild lobby and everybody's tempers flare up and it happens. This has just been consistently now, probably really like the last 7 or 8 races across 2 different weeks and like combos now. It's just really bad right now. Rohan now is back in front of us and taking people out again. I'm guessing he took that guy out. Like, there has to be a system where, like, if the whole lobby, there has to be a way to get people that are that egregiously, like the whole lobby can vote, ban somebody or something. Gotta be something they can do. I get, like, a reporting system would be hard because it would just get flooded with people mad every time they get past. Like, you know, it would be almost impossible to moderate. I get that, but there's got to be something. The only thing you can really report someone for is like straight up abuse, like chats or messages or like stuff like that. not for driving, like dirty driving. Like if someone has a slur name or something, that's all you can really report someone for. Or just abuse, but not like dirty driving. Like that he has an S safety rating is insane. He did lose some there. All I can really do now is just try to keep getting qualified like top 2. That's about it. Even that would be hard here with the first 2 turns. They're just so asking for a dive, pile up. Oh, I need to set a ghost. Ooh, that was close to being really good. And got that little bit of wheel spin at the very end. Dang, we were right on the bumper. Hardest part about this car is just getting the power down. Ooh, it was close. Well, we're making up time here on the uphill. There we go. We got it to bite there. We didn't get that wheel spin. Ah, damn. Lost time there. Okay. We're up. Ah, shoot. Blew it there. The last 2 turns, we blew it. We did those really well the time before, but we couldn't replicate it. Now we're losing going up the hill. Last time we were gaining going up the hill. There we go. Ripped out a little too much. Okay. Broke way too much there. I was trying to set up the turn, and I broke too much. Way too much. All right, we go about one more shot here. Not a great start. We didn't really get. Really good for turn 1. Got the wheel spin again. I don't know what to do there. It's different. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm coming down to these last 2 turns. There we go. There we go. Man, there's still a lot more we can get. We really did bad on those first. What's our optimal? Our optimal time is a 1:30.145, so. And that's easily achievable if we can just put it all together into one lap. Well, we're up again, although we're going to run out of time. But man, the card is so squirrely. You just can't get the power down. There we go. This will be a good test. Oh, we dropped down into B? Oh my gosh, that's why. We dropped all the way down to B. I didn't recognize that. Well, let's see if we can avoid the trouble starting second. Felmora, man, it has been a bloodbath. You gotta go back and watch 2 races ago. Easily like the dirtiest race I've ever been a part of from top to bottom. It was nuts. Usually you're like, oh, if I qualify in the top, 5 or 6, I can be clear of it. The only guy that got away was the first. Everyone else was straight eating, blocking. It was top to bottom. Insane. And then the last race, one of the guys came over to it. So I said something in the chat beforehand, like, watch out for this guy. And I started right behind him. So he dropped back let me pass, go by him in the first turn, and then just took me out at the top of the hill. I'm on my auto count, so it's not a huge deal, but I've been upset, and I would be even more upset if I was on my main account. So yeah, it's been crazy. Like, usually starting second, I feel safe. I'm like, okay, I'm in second. I don't think I am here. I don't think anybody's safe. The guy in third did a huge pass around the outside. I assume that'll be a penalty. All right, well, we survived turns 1 and 2 on the first lap. That's the hardest part. Oh, geez. Now we got a glitcher here. Need to make sure we just don't get a penalty, kick ourselves in the butt with a penalty on track limits there. Done that enough times already. Felmore, what are you thinking this week? Are you going to do Le Mans or are you going to do Red Bull? Yeah, it's rare I run on a Monday. I usually try to reserve Monday for just qualifying and not do races, but I felt like getting some races in. I'm just so bad at the Le Mans track. I did a little bit better in the Nations Cup. Like, I tried to dedicate some time and just sit down and figure this thing out. But I think a lot of times I just don't run it a lot. But yeah, it's just not my strength. Kind of forgot where the brake marker was there. It's not the 50, it's the 100. Oh, not too much. The first season in iRacing just ended. It's like the 13th week. Well, it was last week, so not much going on. The new season starts tomorrow. And obviously we finished up the World Series stuff here, so it's kind of in a lull point in Gran Turismo. I got a new sequential shifter. Let me know if you hear it. It don't work on Gran Turismo, but I need it for the oval racing where I can't reach my paddle shifters because my wheel's too big. I might need to start paying attention here. Eduardo has gotten within 2 seconds. Just kind of been chilling. He's down to 1.3. That guy's charging fast. All right, let's pay attention. Sector, that's good. Pushed it back up to 1.5 for a moment. All right, final lap. And we just set our fastest lap. That's good. Well, it was nice just to have an uneventful Clean race. I think that guy was, I don't know if he was doing like last to first or what. I think he was just, because he wasn't in third there for a while. He was just charging up in the field, but yeah. All right, so strategy is qualifying the top two. That's about your only shot. Really, it is, because if I looked in the rearview mirror on that first turn, and third and fourth got into it on the first turn. All right, I still think we can chip away even more at that qualifying time, because we had a pretty terrible first two turns on that lap that we set our best time. I think we can get into the 30.1s. Oh, we got a new top of the leaderboard. So we're now a little over 2 seconds. Top 2,000 now. I feel like usually it seemed like for a while there, top like 12 to 1,500 was like where I felt like if it was there, I had that was a good starting spot. That would put you into top 5 in just about any lobby. I don't know about no 29.7. I'll give it the old college try. We'll see. I am following a new ghost now. Maybe that'll make all the difference. I do think there is still a decent chunk to get. I don't know. Maybe I could. There's still like we've still yet to put together the perfect lap. My issue is getting the power down. You just saw it there. It's just so hard to get the power down. Some laps I'll come through and it'll hook up right and everything will be fine. And some it just gets really squirrely. I had lift there. It's going to hurt us. A little bit too early. Keep it on the lines. Those last two turns felt really good. Okay, that's good. It's a good baseline to work off of. This is the hardest part to get the power down. I went a little wide. I went too wide there. We're going to make it up. I think it was a net loss. It's definitely third gear. I tried double shifting up to fourth there to see if it was quicker, but it's not. That was good. All right, can we get the power down? Not terrible. Okay. I thought it was not as bad as I thought it was, I guess. Okay. We just keep gaining time. I don't feel like it's necessarily quicker, but we just keep gaining time. Let's get this right. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. This is going to be good. Ah! Just missed it. 0.008. You gotta be kidding me. Fillmore, you're pretty good in the Lancer, aren't you? You've run it before. It's my first time driving it. Didn't you drive it before? Well, if not, you drive that WRX a lot. I'm sure it's a lot like that. No offense. It's probably, yeah, now I think about it, it's sacrilege for you to get in a Lancer, isn't it? They'll come take your Subi card. I don't think I've seen anybody use it yet. You would think if one was good in a race, the other one would naturally, because they're just so similar, but not in the world of Gran Turismo. Subi's checked it and clear, so the Lancer's the meta right now. Yeah, the Porsche's always good. You can always find someone in that. I thought about using it until I looked at the leaderboard. Like, if there would have been like, you know, if it would have been like 20% Porsches, I would have been like, okay. But when I pulled up the leaderboard and like literally the top 18 in a row were all Lancers, I was like, okay, clearly this is the meta. Yeah, I got a bop right before I picked it for Manufacturer's Cup, and it was still slow. Maybe not slow, but it wasn't. I picked it after it got the bop thinking it was going to make a difference, and it really didn't. Then again, it's probably just me more than anything else. I'm surprised like how squirrely this thing is, and it really struggles getting the power down. You gotta baby this thing. But I guess once you do, it just is a rocket. Like I can't imagine people would really pick this for its handling or whatever if it weren't for just straight line speed it's got. That was a pretty good lap it felt, though, on that 30.008. So to think that I could get another 0.3, whew, I don't know about that. Have to really be a cracking lap with 29.7. Shoot, the guy in first, though, has got 29.5. Goodness. I think I could, but it would probably take a dedicated session. I don't think I'm going to get there in between races. Because like those last few tenths is the ones where it just takes an hour in the practice session just grinding away at it. Like, I believe I could. It would just take I think it would take a dedicated session. Because there's the 5 or 6 minutes you get in between races, like your first 1 or 2 laps, you're warming up, and then like, you know, it's just it's hard to do it, and it's hard to get those last few tenths shaved off in the in-between time. You almost have to just log into a practice session and just hammer at it. So I could probably do it if I sat like an hour in my practice session. Maybe I will. We'll see. I mean, I'm going to have to. When I get back up into A here on my alt account. I'm impressed how like, it just seems like people are getting faster in this game. Like when I was in B, I was like 3 seconds off pace for A and A+. Then I got to A+, and I've kind of come back down. My alt account isn't as high up, so it's still like fringe B. And these guys are putting in like super fast laps. Oh, shoot. What? Why is that guy paused? That really screwed me up. I didn't know when to, like, I thought he was braking, but then he, like, hit the pause button or something. At least I didn't get a penalty. I just didn't want to get a penalty for that, for going wide. Come on. I have to, man. Now, I've been so, like, sporadic with playing. I would destroy my main account if I did already last week, trying to play on it in the Lambo at Interlagos. I nuked it. It's just for my sanity, because thinking of the races I've had tonight, if I was on my main account, I would have straight up been kicked off YouTube probably by now. Right. At this rate, if I can get a good time, I'll load in back into my main account. But you know how it is. That first like night we were filling it out. It's nice that those bad finishes don't have to be on your record. Was he blinking me? Oh, I know he wasn't blinking at me. That's been happening a lot lately, too. I feel like no one ever used to do that. And, like, the other night, Saturday when I was playing, a guy kept blinking at me. Like, what do you think I'm going to do? Pull over for you? In a daily B 5 or 6 lap race? No. Yeah, if we're, like, you know, in like a nations race maybe, and it's one of those, like, 30 lap races we're going to be here all night. Maybe I'll let you by because, you know, it's not going to do me any good. But not in a sprint. You got to pass me, dude. Yikes. Shoot. I had lift. This wasn't quite close enough on the inside there to make a lunge. You guys been right on me though. I got a little more space this lap. Come on. Power down. Whoops. I kind of double shifted there. I didn't mean to on the downshift. Purple sector. There we go. Didn't have to lift. That was good. That was a good lap. That was a real good lap. Put it away there. Well, maybe. Dang, that was close to the fastest lap. That was right there. That was a good lap. I wish it was the last one. 131.048. Fastest lap is a 131.017. Man, that one lap was a whole second faster than the one before it. Oh, 132.067 to 132.048. In the world. 2 clean finishes in a row. I'm ready to... I feel like I got a good rhythm. I'm ready to go back up into A now, please. Problem is, unless they put us in a lobby with some, we're not going to gain any DR. What you're seeing now, though, is why, like, the true formula that you should do is, like, this is why I usually spend that Monday just doing qualifying. Because if I had the qualifying time I have now, without all those crap races that I did earlier, and I just started from now, like, that would be the formula. I wouldn't have lost all that DR and pulled my hair out. So that's why I usually, Monday is just qualifying or practice, or at least I don't start racing until I can put in a good time. And if you're watching and you are someone that's concerned about your DR, that is the best strategy, is to spend a significant amount of time working on your qualifying. Because now we got a good time and we're stuck in lower lobbies now. We're full 1.2 seconds over our time on our main account. How about that? Second. You mean the last race? Oh. Yeah, it was another second. We put in a hell of a lap in that race. We had a 1:31.0 in the race, which was a full second faster than the lap before it. I don't know what I was on that lap. Missed it. You can kind of get late though if you just kind of go wide. Then if you're going to miss it, then just kind of focus on going the wide route. I think you still lose time, but it's not as bad. That may be a penalty. Oh yeah, it has definitely helped me just calm down and get a rhythm going. That's why I was saying I'd like to go back now that I got a better time and some rhythm. Which again is usually why I practice. For whatever reason, I was at work and I was like, you know what, I'm going to go home and just play tonight. I want to do some racing. It'll be fine. I'll just, chip away at it in between races. It'll be fine. Famous last words. This is what I call raising your floor, though. That first lap of the session, I'm not really paying attention. I'm just kind of casually driving around. And I did a 1:30.6. About an hour ago, I would have been flipping out at that time. So, it's good to focus on getting your personal best. But sometimes when you look at, a good sign that you're progressing is when you can look at your average or whatever you consider to be a ho-hum lap, and that's a good time. That's what I call raising your floor. I was a little late on the brakes. Although we're getting a little bit of a late run. Still, the Ghost pulls away from me way too much on that first turn. And then I gotta spend the rest of the lap trying to get it back. One thing about this car, you really have to be very purposeful about getting the wheel straight before you get on the gas. Like some cars you can kind of, especially the Group 4 cars, you can kind of like throttle out of it and get it straight. This one, you gotta like make an effort to take your hands, point it straight before you. That's one thing I think I like more about the Group 4 cars. So many of those, you can just gas it out of anything. Like, you can throttle out of a turn so much quicker in those. The car itself is slower, but like, they're not near as touchy. Yeah, I feel like when they did that big update at the beginning of the year, I think it was like February or something, they took like, it used to be the Supra was the only car like that. Like last year, the Supra was quick in a straight line, but you had to deal with all that oversteer. And then they went and made like all the Group 3 cars like that. I feel like they're all oversteer, like, you know, really twitchy now. My best stretch in this game in the past 6 months was like that 3 or 4 week period where like a lot of the races were Group 4, either in the Mazda or the McClaren or the GTR, and I was like tearing it up in his Group 4 cars. But kind of equally as bad in the Group 3 now. I mean, all I've really had to do is I've just had to go back to dialing a little bit of traction control, which is annoying because I got away from it for about a good like 8 or 9 months. I wasn't using it on any car in this game. Like I'd totally gone away from traction control. No more. Unless it rained or something. And then all of a sudden, like I said, about February or March, that exhibition nation or manufacturer's cup right before the main one, I had to start using it again because I just could not keep these things straight. Me and Squid again. He's changing up cars. He's so casual. He's just like, I'll try this roofless Volkswagen. We'll see how that goes. What do we got to do to get a lobby with some A's in here so we can try to gain? Can't gain any DR right here. I'll probably go ahead and finish out tonight on my alt, because whatever, but what I'll probably do next is just load a practice session on my main account, see if I can get somewhat close to this time, and try to claw back some DR on that account. Yep, let's keep an eye on that WRX. We'll see how it does. I think this one's on 1. Mainly because it is like a pretty stable car. Some of the other ones I've had to do 2 on. I'm trying to think of which one. I think it was like the Mazda I had to do 2. The Supra when we were at Monza, a few, I guess it was maybe about a month and a half ago. I had to do 2 on that one, I remember, because it was wanting to get away from me. The BRZ, I didn't need it on the BRZ, but then that car was so slow I really couldn't use it in the manufacturer's cup. I used it at Deep Forest with no traction control, and it felt good. It was just slow. That car felt really good at Deep Forest. It was fun as heck to drive. I was having a blast in a practice session driving that BRZ around Deep Forest. It was, you could just chuck it in the corners, gas it out. It was so smooth and fun, but it was like a second and a half slower than the WRX. Squirt, what are you doing, man? Check your connection, bro. Yeah, he's learning how to drive that Volkswagen. I really wanted to drive that BRZ because I think I've told you I have a GR86, so it's the closest thing to like my real car, a race version of my car in this game. And I really wanted to use it because it just felt cool, but it was just too slow. I did race it at Suzuka at that super long freaking 35 lap rain fest, but all right, let's lock in. We're in the lead, aren't we? Yeah, but that was like the street version. That wasn't. They don't have like a Group 3 or version of the 8.6 in this. Honestly, that Suzuka race hurt me more than the Coke 600, which took about 5 hours. I was dead by that end of that Suzuka race. Oh my gosh, I can't get the power down on this thing. Famora, is that you in that WRX behind me? It's going for it. Not quite there. I really got to dial in and put together a good lap. Got a good exit there. I don't think I did anything wrong there. I took the inside. He then darted outside and then outbroke himself. I watched the replay, but I don't think I did anything wrong there. I was very deliberate going up the hill. I knew I was going to take the inside because he had a run. I was going to make him pass me around the outside. I thought it looked weird. I was like, man, did I brake way too soon? But then he went flying through. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. Glad it didn't give me a penalty for that. Oh, they're battling back there for a second. Yes, keep battling. You guys do that. Fight it out. Man. There you go. Had to be a little more conservative there, but there you go. Perfect. Is it one of the, like, Travis Pastrana ones? Didn't he, like, when he was in have a Red Bull WRX at some point? I feel like he did. I used to love the Puma ones when it was the old hatch. That's like my favorite WRX is that 2000, whatever, what year, 16, 15, 16, that hatch. And they made like, they had like that gray and neon green or the gray and orange Puma ones. Love those cars. What am I doing on my shifts here? That was when I had like Buck Elastic driving one. But I feel like it was around that, shortly after that time was when they had Pastrana driving. I feel like he had a Red Bull one of the most recent body style. I know it's in B, but after a really rough World Series and some tough weeks away at Gran Turismo, it felt good. Feels good to get back in victory lane. All right, man. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do one more. It's already 9:30 here on the East Coast, so I'll do one more, and then I gotta get ready for work tomorrow. But we'll do more. One more. I hate sprinting like, all right, I'm going. So, Mar, I'd ask you when you're streaming this week, but I can't go onto YouTube without seeing. My algorithm just throws all your scheduled ones up on my thing. So if you're wondering if they work, they do. If I pulled it up right now on my projector, you'd see nothing but your upcoming streams. So. I've been doing a new style on my thumbnails, and they look so good, I think. So, like, I was watching, like, some photography stuff, and what I've been doing is shooting them as if I was a photographer, like, at the track. So instead of doing kind of, like, really video gamey ones of getting, like, a shot, like, right in front of the car, I've been, like, loading in and then literally taking the camera and, like, walking all the way back to, like, the wall, like, where a photographer would be, and then zooming in. Like, I think it looks so good. Like, I've loved the last, like, 4 thumbnails I've done in that style. They look so real. They just look really, they have like that depth to them. I don't know. What about it? Like if I stood that far, if I stood right in front of the car, it wouldn't look that good. If I go back and then like zoom in, it gets that like focal length. I don't know. It looks really good. I've been having a blast making those thumbnails. What was I going to do? I feel like there was something I wanted to go look at or do. I don't know. During that race, there was something I was thinking of doing instead of practicing. But I don't know what it is. I like it for now. I've already, like, when I was doing the one for this video, I started realizing, like, there's only so many things you can do of just, like, a side shot or, like, a, you know. But I'm liking the kind of simplicity of them. And it makes it look nice and framed to put the header at the top and everything. Whoops. So I'm liking doing that now, but who knows? I may go back to like action shots or something. All right, man. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. These things are much funner when you have people to talk to and tell you when your audio's down. I did that entire stream on Saturday. No one told me that you couldn't hear me talk. That's like, it reminds me like, I don't know, a year ago or so, I did a stream. And there was people popping in. I could see, like, I can see the metrics. I can see when someone's watching or not. And then I go back and watch it later, and like, I like forgot to like turn on a scene or something in OBS, and it like wasn't even working. Like, why would you not pop into someone's stream and at least give them a heads up? Like, hey, dude, your thing's, you know, your mic's not on, or something's not. I like to think if it was me, and I was just saw somebody stream and checked in on it, and they, you know, didn't have their mic on or couldn't see their screen, I'd pop in the chat real quick and be like, hey, dude, just give me a heads up. I'll say one thing. I know I haven't tried all the wheels that exist in the sim racing world. But man, I love this McClaren wheel. It just feels so smooth. I just love the feel of it. Like to the point where like I can like sit at home or at work or whatever and almost like imagine what it feels like, and it's just you can't beat it. I've said before it's the best deal in best value in sim racing. It's frankly insane how cheap it is. And now I'm even using it on iRacing, so I'm getting to use more of the switches and dials. I can get, like, once you start getting into Formula cars and Indy cars where you've got, like, 50 adjustments to make at any given time, I can see where you might need something with some more functionality. But for this game, for consoles, and for, you know, entry-level stuff, dude, this wheel is freaking amazing. Dude, I am not paying one. I was just going to say it's probably time for me to stop for the night because I can realize I'm not paying any attention on this lap. But I'm putting in a cracking lap right now. Let's go. Oh, I didn't get a good exit. Didn't get as good of an exit. It's a 130.2 though for literally halfway through before I realized, hey, you're driving. Maybe that was better, because now I'm... Oh, dang, I could have gained a bunch of time on this first turn. Well, I got a penalty now. That's good, though. It's all good, again. If my brainless, turned off coasting lap can be a 130.2, I think we're in good shape. Man, we were up another little bit there before we got the service penalty. Botched it there anyway. Right. Those pesky cars. Racing would be great if it weren't for all those other cars getting in the way. Just can't get... Oh, he gets that bite there, man. We go into the sausage. We drive over that sausage curb, and I'm running his bumper, and he just pulls away. It's like he's able to just get that extra little bit of traction. Oh, we jumped up into A. That's good. All right, we're back into an A lobby. Let's see if we can stay... Oh, it's a good little chunk. Okay. All right. Man, it's still only good enough for 10th. Jeez. So we have a top... We're probably within the top 2,000 now. I think that was before. I don't know if we've seen what time we are at now. To be in that top percentile and still be 10th in a low A lobby. Y'all are quick, man. People are getting too good at this game. You know, do we have setups on or anything? I haven't really looked at if people are doing brake bias or anything like that. Oh well. You know, some magic button I can flip that will get me into the 129s. Oh, everyone's doing this. Deet, deet, deet. Yay. I have had it happen before, though. Like, beat my head against the wall, not wondering why I can't get those last few tenths. Only to realize everyone's got, like, brake balance pushed all the way to the front. And then you do it and you get, like, 3 tenths right away. You're like, oh, it's like caveman discovering fire. There you go. We start back in 10th and instantly. I don't know what that guy was doing, man. He swerved right into the brake zone. I had to dart to the inside. I didn't mean to dive on that guy, but I didn't really have much of a choice. That maroon car, what he did. This guy, he's a little heavy on the brakes. I got to brake a little bit earlier just because I got to anticipate what he's going to do. We got bad. He went a little wide there, but I don't think he went so wide to get a penalty. I think he stayed straddled on the curb there. Two-second penalty up there. We should get that spot. This is more like it. A little more competitive, you know. But everyone so far isn't at least trying to kill each other like earlier. More of this, please. Would be fine. With me. Oh, why am I understeering so much there? Everybody is. Like, all three of these cars up here are doing the exact same thing. Alright, I'll take it. That dude gave me 2 spots. Or he, I guess knocked that guy out, gave me 1, then the penalty. I'll keep following you if you want to keep doing that. Let's follow this guy. Just keep taking people out. I'll follow you. We're a team, you and I. I think I broke a little early there. I'm braking like where I was when I was a lot closer to him. I don't need to brake that early now. Can push a little more. was good. At least it felt good. It's hard there. If I upshift into third, I feel like the car is a lot less settled. But when I take off in second, it just spins tires and kind of, it's hard to time the revs. I think I'd rather have the second because it's less likely I'm going to spin out or something. It's just frustrating because you want to get going. We'll. Well, that was good. Hit that perfect. Two, that was good. That was good. We've closed up a little bit on this guy in fifth. I mean, I don't think it's going to be enough to catch him, but we were like 3 point something down a lap or so ago. Fastest sector there. Oh, he had a penalty too. Can we make some magic happen? Can we at least get close enough to put the pressure on? Maybe make him make a mistake? Got a good run. Into the 130s. The green sector, we're crushing it now. You can see the top, like up the top 2, 3, and 4 up there. If somebody wants to take somebody out, I appreciate it. Looks like we're going to be in P. Steve. But up from 10th. 10th to 6th, that's good. I think that'll get us some DR too. And we did have an A+ drop back that didn't DNF. Good on you. I always appreciate when they don't DNF. was good. Good pace. Everyone was clean. Why can't they all be like that? Maybe we were just in a bad group, and sometimes all it takes is 2 or 3 in a group, and then it spreads, because then everybody else gets all ticked off, and everybody else starts trying to get retribution. Before you know it, everybody... And then, unless anyone leaves, you get the same group for like 3 or 4 straight races, and it just ruins the night quickly. But that's good. Up 4 spots, clean race. I like it. Cool. All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in. Like I said, it's much more enjoyable when there are people around. Barry, thanks for your support as always, for popping in. Felmora, Kev, Isaac, you guys are all awesome. I definitely appreciate it. I don't really know when I'll be streaming. There's not much going on. There's no series or anything going on. So, I will be recording some iRacing videos this week, as the new season starts tomorrow. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I think I've got it dialed in. So I'll hop back on and do some more streaming of Gran Turismo at some point. I don't know when though. Maybe at least this weekend. I don't know this week if I'll be able to. Maybe Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know. But just keep an eye out on the channel. Hit that notification bell so you'll know whenever I do decide to go live. I'm not quite like Felmora yet. I've got kids to think to work around in summer and all this craziness. But I definitely appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. Take care. Appreciate y'all. And I will see you next time.